Welcome back. Yahoo Finance's Jared Blikre is standing by for us at the New York Stock Exchange. Jared, did you get a basketball from Mark Lazary?
I'll tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit short down here, and that doesn't happen too often. But I got to pivot here to the S&P 500. We're looking at some gains for the week. And Julie, by the way, excellent breakdown of what has been happening year to date. But let's show what's going on with the week, S&P 500 up 1.5%. Still kind of floundering around. Like I said a few days ago, there's $22 billion worth of equities that pension funds have to sell in order to rebalance. That could be over, but not surprisingly, we're seeing markets just kind of pause a little bit here as we head into the end of the month. Want to check out some of the sector action for today, and also want to show you guys something really interesting. Here's the sector action. So we got utilities, real estate, and energy. Those are all in the green here. To the downside, we got communication services. I want a picture too, guys. Tech and also consumer discretionary. Those are the biggest laggards. But Julie, you were looking at the year to date, and energy is by far the standout, but check out what happens when you check out month to date, and we see everything in the green, dark green actually. Utilities up surprisingly the most. That's up 11%, followed by materials, real estate, and energy. So kind of an interesting reversal of fortune here for a lot of these sectors going back to the beginning of the month.
Okay, so let's talk about something else, a little bit out of left field, but it's an important thing, and that is the Japanese yen. You wrote about it this morning in the Yahoo Finance morning brief. It's like you're on a basketball court. You're dodging, you're weaving there. Tell us what's going on with the yen.
I know, I just need a ball. I'm going to do a crossover here. Where's Tim Hardaway? All right, I am indeed looking at the Japanese yen. It has been weakening to a very large degree. It's hitting some key levels. I'm going to pull up the Japanese yen versus the US dollar. And actually going to put let's do a 10-year chart, because we're approaching the strongest levels for the US dollar. That means a weaker yen when this chart goes up since 2015. And that's a very important date, because when the level got that big, the Chinese yuan was actually devalued by 3%. So you put it all together, we have currencies that are being devalued. The Japanese yen may be strengthened. In fact, the BOJ, that's the Bank of Japan, is speculating that they could actually strengthen the yen for the first time since 1998. The bottom line is there's tons of things going on in the currency realm. It's very highly leveraged. And if these trades have to get unwound very suddenly, it's going to be a disaster for the markets. We're not there yet, but just something to keep in mind as we head into the second quarter.
Yeah, really enjoyed your morning brief newsletter this morning, Jared, going into depth on all things yen. But do not go anywhere yet. I know you also have something to say on what could be changes to how SPACs roll out to the market.
Yeah, we know that we are in a dark moment for IPOs and SPACs just because of the market volatility, but new rules coming out. This is a proposal that Gensler just put on the table yesterday for SPACs, going to have to beef up their disclosures, and the biggest deal for them, they're probably going to lose their ability to make these very optimistic, forward-looking statements. And if that goes away, a lot of these guys are just either not going to have to come to market, or they're going to have to go the traditional route by IPO, or they can still do a SPAC but have to play by the IPO rules. Bottom line, Gensler is going to not only do this, and these rules are probably not going to take effect for at least another year, but he's also going to go after a lot of these existing SPAC deals that have lost an incredible amount of money for investors. So warning on the street is, if you're managing a SPAC and you're losing money, the SEC might be targeting you.
And last but not least, Jared, I will just say this: you're taller than me. Jared Blikre, thanks so much.